Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nails and Beauty Talk. I am your host, Asia the Bird. Today, I have a very special guest with me today. She is a nail artist and makeup artist. Please welcome Stephanie Hernandez. Hello,
Hello.
Stephanie, and welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, you're
How
most
are you?
welcome. So I just want to go ahead and really ask, where are you originally from, and tell us about your upbringing.
I'm from Queens, New York. I've been in Queens all my life. Grew up, my parents my sister. Parents got divorced when I was 10. So I
Mm.
was raised by my mom. Um, yeah, but I've lived in Queens all my life. Maybe 1 year I lived in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
My grandparents from Puerto Rico. But
oh,
yeah,
okay.
pretty, pretty decent upbringing. Like to immerse myself into art as a kid. So art
Hmm.
has just been always, a big factor in my life, as they say. They say the creative adult is the child who survived. So that is I.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. I definitely want to get into just in regards to art. Like, was there anybody in your family that was interested in art and beauty at all?
um, the women in my family were always into like, getting their nails done. As far as art, I would say my aunt, I had an aunt Walda. She
Hmm.
would come in the summertime and bring me a bunch of like arts and craft kits. Like, I don't know if you remember like the rose art kits. They had like the suitcases that had like all these different like little supplies. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was like the earliest introduction into like art that I can say that I was introduced to, that I used to use as my escape.
Mhm. So what drew your interest towards like the beauty industry? Was there anything specific that drew your interest towards like beauty and makeup? Like was there anybody that you were inspired by to get into beauty?
Um, in all honesty, I've just always loved makeup. Like I can remember being a kid and like wanting to like just if I wasn't doodling on my Barbies, I was doodling on my dolls, on myself. um I've just always enjoyed making people feel better than they did when they first came to talk to me, whether it be nails,
Right.
makeup,
Mhm.
hair, whatever it was just I get a real fulfillment out of somebody just being like, I'm feeling like this, and then I'm like, girl, let me put my hands on you, I got you, and then it's like a different
Yeah,
person,
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
absolutely, most definitely. Yeah, you
yeah,
always want to make people feel good,
yeah,
if it's something that
absolutely.
they really like and they love.
Absolutely,
That's
because
nice.
people remember how you made them feel,
Right.
so that's like so important, so important.
Yeah, absolutely. But I definitely want to go ahead and ask, like, if you had a top five of your favorite nail artists, who would they be and why?
Okay, I do have a top five, I would say, yeah. So, I think her name is Vive. She's from Pampered Nails. Um,
Hmm.
I love the realism that she puts into her nails. She's known for like doing like illusion nails. So like, they'll be one scene and then you put the black light on and then it's a different scene. Always love
Right.
that quality about her. Nails by Dev. I love the
Hmm.
nostalgia of her nails, like the brightness. It. She's always doing a lot of. She does a lot of '90s nails, so it's a lot of like
Right.
Nickelodeon, Powerpuff Girls, things like that.
Right. Yeah.
Love that because that brings you back to like being a kid, like Lisa Frank
Right.
and things like that. Um, uh, Elle, she's a manicurist. NML is her name, her handle. Um,
Mhm.
killer manicurist. Like the cleanest nails I've seen. Um, I actually reached out to her when I did my first like big campaign. And I was like,
Mm.
listen, girl, like I have some questions, like I'm nervous. And, she took the time out, gave me a pep talk, and, it was wonderful, wonderful conversation. Myself, I love my work. You know? But
Yeah.
I because I know the worth ethic it takes for me to put into the nails that I provide on set, and the time that it takes behind the scenes that people don't get to see. So I
Mhm.
say myself, but
Mhm.
there's a lot of really really dope nail artists out there. So it
Mhm.
varies. Everybody inspires for a different reason. It's cool.
Mhm. Yeah, right, exactly. Now, did you go to beauty school or did you go to college to study anything at all,
So
possibly?
I went to beauty school for hair.
Mhm.
Um, this is back when I have two kids, so this is when I was pregnant with my oldest.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, and I went for school for hair.
Mhm.
I did like one special effects class. I was just like the stand-in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't think much of it. I really thought I would be doing hair right now. I thought like by now, like that would be the conversation.
Right.
Went to the salon, and you know what? Honestly, I didn't like um being in the salon, and it was like repetitive. Just every day was same thing, clocking in 12 hours, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Um so I started to do makeup around the
Mm-hmm.
time, like once my daughter was like old enough that I could, take her trick or treating where she could enjoy some type of face paint,
Right.
um, really enjoyed doing that. So I stopped working in the hair salon. My husband owns a pest control company, so I started working with him because I was spending like so many hours in the salon. I didn't get to see my daughter.
Mm.
By the time I would come home, she'd be sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I can't do this. Started working in pest control
Mm.
while doing makeup on the side, and I really jumped into special effects. And
Ooh.
yeah, and that I'm all self-taught. The hair I
Mm.
learned at school, but the makeup and the nails, that's all self-taught. I just sitting in my mirror late night, painting my face.
Right.
So yeah, that's where, as far as education and hair, yeah, but when it comes to makeup and nails, that's all self-taught. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. But I definitely want to get into in regards to press on nails. So you sell press on nails. So
Yes.
what was the whole decision behind like selling like press on nails instead of like doing like other nail services like manicures, pedicures, and things like that?
Okay, so when the pandemic hit,
Mm-hmm.
I used to love going to do my nails
Right.
because that was like my downtime. That was,
Right. Right.
regardless if I know how to do it myself, that was my downtime. So I really
Right.
enjoyed that. And then, pandemic hit, they shut us all down. And I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna go do my nails to sit at home and do nothing,
Right. Yeah.
And I kept telling my husband, I'm like, listen, I keep having these ideas for these nails, and so he's like, yeah, okay, that's cute. And then he woke up one morning, he's like, what the hell did you order? I went online, I ordered my supplies, because
Right.
nails were something that I've been doing them since I was 16. I want to say I'm 38 now, so
Mm-hmm.
well over 20 years. um
Right.
but
Mm-hmm.
taking it on professionally, pandemic hit, and I was like, I want to be able to creatively be free and express myself. So
Right.
whether that's doing makeup, painting, nails,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is. And then I
Mm-hmm.
was like, well, let me try these press-ons and see. I wasn't, in my mind, it wasn't I'm gonna make press-ons and sell them, and this is the route that I'm taking. It was just, I had these visions for these nails, and I'm like,
Right.
listen, if the universe is putting it there, it's because I need to use it.
Right.
I really feel like you don't get the visions that come to you, don't come for no reason.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
I was very big on, let me just start doing it. And then um my friends, they supported me, hey girl, let me
Mm-hmm.
you do my nails, so that was
Right.
cute. And then I got into the editorial world because somebody found me on Instagram, and her name is
Wow.
Britt Shake. Yeah, she's a designer at 3S4. She found me. She was like, listen, she's like, I just got out of FIT. She's like, I work for this company, 3S4. She's like, I'm doing my first photo shoot for my line. She's like, listen, you
Mm.
can you join my team? Like, I can't, this is like a beginner's project. So I was like, yeah,
Wow.
like, girl, you trusted me with your nope, I got you, girl. So
Ooh.
I ended up mimicking her fabric to the nails, and
Wow.
um it was an amazing experience. My very first like editorial, because again, when I started the nails, I wasn't thinking I'm going to take this route. It was
Mm-hmm.
just, I just want to
Mm-hmm.
get these ideas out of my head already and see where it goes. And from there,
Mm-hmm.
it's just been word of mouth. That's how I've gone from editorial to editorial.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a interesting ride.
Yeah, that's incredible. Like,
Yeah,
doing press-ons and you get picked up for editorials. That's really, really cool. And that's the thing with
crazy.
press-on nails. It was really because of the pandemic, that's where like, press-ons really started to take
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it was like, women still want to, we still want to, men or women, because everybody can wear press ons, but,
Right.
you
Mhm.
know, It's just, some people like to have their nails done, and
Mhm.
sometimes you want that detailed work. Yeah,
Right.
you can go onto Amazon, and you can go to the store and get some, but to have something that's customized to you, to your personality, your liking, something that's one of one,
Mhm.
it's cool. It's a cool avenue.
Yeah, right, exactly. I could totally agree with that. But I definitely want to get into in regards to, because you did talk about the different editorials and campaigns.
Yeah.
So what's like some like your favorite like campaigns and editorials that you worked with?
I did New York City Pride campaign
Mhm.
for 2022. That was a lot of fun. That was a 3-day campaign. Um, Dope stylist Altoran, he put me onto that one. I met some really amazing creatives, a lot of dope talent that came through,
Right.
from drag queens to trannies, all types of walks of life.
Mhm.
Um, Interesting conversation. It was an amazing experience. I've
Mhm.
done I did the VMAs. I did Chloe Fineman because she did an ad for
Mhm.
Instacart. So that was really cool. Um, it's dope. It's being in doing editorials and doing like campaigns, two different worlds. I go into
Mhm.
my editorials. Prior to going into an editorial, I get a mood board. We discuss the nails real quick. I'll do either,
Right.
if it's depending on the detail, if it's gonna be like a couture nail, I'll do like a
Mhm.
little prototype just to make sure everybody on the team, we're on the same page. This is the vibe we're going with.
Mhm.
Um, with the campaign, it's a bit of a rush. You have
Mhm.
to come in ready, prepared, fresh night's sleep, because
Right.
a
Mhm.
campaign is no joke. It's back to
Mhm.
back shots. You have to be on it. It's
Mhm.
an experience. It's a great experience.
Wow. Wow, that's
Yeah.
very, very interesting. But I definitely want to get into one of the campaigns you did was the nail art for Sean Switzerland. So how did that collaboration come about?
Oh, that again, word of mouth. Odie Chanel, she put me onto that. She's a super dope creative. She hit me up. She said, "Listen, I need some wild nails," which I love working with people who are like, "Let's jump into this rabbit hole and get lost." Like, Steph,
Right. Yeah.
creatively
Yeah. Let
do
your
what
mind
you do.
go.
Yes, yes, my favorite. Those are my favorite. So she was like, "Listen, I need some crazy nails." So I was like, "All right." Went to her house. We sat down. We went over with the stylist Jordan. Went over, the
Mm.
mood board. She showed me, like, she was like, "Can we do bugs? Can we do?" So I said, "Listen, there's a set of nails. I don't know if you saw them. It's a cemetery scene. Um,
Mhm.
I did those joking around. Like, I cut up my daughter's Barbie hands and made them look like they were coming out of the out of the ground. I made like a little tombstone. Here lies the drama.
Right.
So I showed them to her. And I'm like, "Listen, these are like my Halloween haha nails, but like, if this is the vibe you want." So she was
Right.
like, "Yeah, absolutely." So I was like, "Okay." I made a bunch of resin bugs, and she was like, "Listen, it's for Switzerland." She's like, "Can we do something where we're kind of like paying homage to Switzerland?" So I said, "Okay." She
Mhm.
goes, "Can you do something with like like a porcelain teapot?" Like, so I said, "Okay,
Mhm.
no problem." So I got the little teapots. I started making the nails,
Mhm.
the little cookies for them.
Mhm.
The cookies are my favorite. So it's like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
um, but yeah, that's how we went about the nails. They gave me a bunch of different avenues to take, and I just went nuts with it. Sat down and was like, "All right, let's do these crazy nails," because like they say, if
Mhm.
it's not meant to be pretty, it's meant to be iconic.
Mhm.
So some people don't understand it, but that's okay.
Right. Right.
you know
Yeah. Right. Exactly. But I really love like those sets of nails you did for Sean Switzerland, and
Thank
it's
you.
really funny enough because I seen a picture with someone wearing those nails and with the Brandon Blackwood purse. So
Oh,
Brandon
the gold
Blackwood.
ones.
Mhm.
My favorite. Those were my favorite to create, to be completely honest. Those were a lot of fun. A lot of, burnt
Mhm.
fingers along the way, me putting it, but it was a lot of
Right.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right, absolutely. But I definitely want to get into just in regards to nail art. So what do you draw inspiration from when you do like press on nails?
Everything and anything. It could be a pattern I saw off of a picture I saw online, or
Mhm.
it could be some really dope colors that I see in the sky. I draw inspiration from anything and anyone everywhere. It's
Mhm.
not, I can't pinpoint and say this is what it is. But I'll see something and I'm like, oh, that would look dope. Or, I'll start posing like, oh, I could see it being like, so
Mhm.
everything, anything, inspiration.
Absolutely. Now, with you being a traveling nail artist, what are some things, like if you can give advice to people who want to be a traveling nail artist who wants to do editorials and photo shoots and
Mhm.
things like that? What are some things that one should take into account regards to like travel expenses and things like that, especially with materials?
Your time, you need to know what your materials cost down to the glue. Every little thing you need to know, because you need
Hmm.
to factor these things in. You need to factor in, well, is this something that's going to take you all day? Are you going to be gone? Are you
Hmm.
spending the night? How are you getting there? Are you taking the train? Are you taking the bus? Are you taking a plane? Are you driving? All these
Hmm.
things matter. Every little thing,
Hmm.
down to the time that it takes for you to do the actual nail work.
Right.
Are
Hmm.
you doing the artwork at home and bringing it with you? You have to factor in the time that it takes you to draw these little details. I
Hmm.
hear a lot of, well, that's easy, or, and my response is, then you do it, because people don't understand, when
Hmm.
you're putting detail into these nails, when you're making sure that the products you use, are you buying Swarovski crystals for these nails, or are they the stones from Amazon? You
Hmm.
have to you have to find what works for you, and then know
Hmm.
how to accurately price it, so that at the end of the day, you don't feel like, one, it's a waste of your time. You don't
Right.
feel like, you
Hmm.
don't feel like, you're not valued, because the moment you start feeling like you're not valued in something, or you have to explain over and over again why you charge what you charge, you start to
Hmm.
lose that spunk, that fire to do what
Right.
you
Hmm.
do, and to deliver it efficiently the way you want it to be delivered to somebody.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of things that go into,
Hmm.
being whether you're a traveling artist or you're at home, whatever it is, there's a lot of factors you have to really, really consider when you're traveling and
Hmm.
pricing.
Yeah, absolutely. Because to add on to that, most definitely, and I've talked about this with a lot of artists I've interviewed, is that the importance of understanding your value, and especially understanding, the level of skill and artistry that you provide, because that's very important, because you want to price
Yeah.
what you're worth. And the thing is, I like what Ball Pit Maddox is doing. And Ball Pit is mad talented with nail art.
Mhm.
Same thing with Tim Nail Studio. Like his stuff is
Oh yeah.
out the box, like so cool. And and I like how people like Ball Pit say nails I've done and how much I charge, and it could be like hundreds of dollars to at least
Yeah.
$1,000. So we're like, yo, we put a lot of time, and the
Yeah.
products ain't cheap.
Yeah.
We're gonna price it what we're
Yeah.
worth.
People don't understand that. The products you use to even sanitize your tools. Like, people don't.
Hmm.
There's everything gets factored into it.
Hmm.
It's a lot. It's a lot, and the ones who
Hmm.
understand are the ones who are in the game. You guys, we understand the most.
Yeah, right. Most definitely, exactly. But I definitely want to get into in regards to makeup. Have you ever thought about doing like makeup for editorials and photo shoots?
Um, I have done a couple of editorials.
Hmm.
Um, when it comes to makeup, I do glam. I do special. I love special effects, because special
Hmm.
effects is like, you could be free to do. There's no. I feel like there's no right or wrong. There's
Right.
no. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? You can go as crazy as you want, as simple as you want. When it
Right.
comes to that, I do have some editorials that are lined up, so I will be doing special effects now, which I'm
Wow.
really excited about.
That's
Um,
really cool.
yeah, obviously, come October, that's my season. So,
Yeah, Halloween, yeah.
yeah. So, I have
Mhm.
my clientele. I really enjoy. I haven't done the editorial for special effects yet, so I'm really interested to see how that will go. What's if I enjoy it. If I'm more inclined to just stick to what I do, which is dealing with my clients. In my studio, or
Mhm.
I do. Come Halloween, I've done DJ Envy and his family. Uh,
Wow, really?
so yeah, so
Wow.
I did them. I did them twice. I think twice now. I've done them. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's been a lot of fun.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you getting out there. All right now.
So yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm like, whatever the universe has for me, I'm
Right.
ready. I'll take it. Um, but I'm not forcing anything, you know. If
Right.
it's meant for
Mhm.
me, it will be, and
Absolutely.
that's it, you know. Everything
Absolutely,
is
most
a
definitely.
lesson, you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to do more editorials. So I have like two coming up, so I'll let you know how
Okay.
that how that plays out with the special effects.
Oh, that'd be really, really cool.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to get into just in regards to products because like what's like some like your favorite, products for nail art, especially for makeup? What's like your favorite makeup products?
Okay. With makeup, I really for special effects, I really enjoy Miron.
Mm,
I like that they have a variety from cream to water palettes. Depending on what kind of details I'm doing, that's what I base off of, which I'm gonna if I'm gonna use cream or if I'm gonna go, the water palette route, you know.
right. Mhm.
I've been trying to get into the airbrush machine.
Mm.
That's
Mhm.
that's been it's a love hate relationship between me and the airbrush machine. But
Right.
I'm trying to make it a part of my kit, you know.
Right.
Um, when it comes to nails, I don't have I you know what? I can't say there's a particular brand, but I
Mhm.
do prefer gel polish. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not biased as far as like, oh, it has to be this particular one, but
Right, right.
I
Mhm.
try a little bit of everything because I what I do notice is it doesn't matter if a product is expensive, if it's cheap,
Mhm.
um, that doesn't tell me that the quality of it is gonna, because the price is high, or it's gonna be good quality. Because I've definitely
Right.
bought expensive products that were in.
Mhm.
But I definitely enjoy gel polishes because you can manipulate it, especially doing art. You can manipulate it 100 times. It doesn't set until you
Mhm.
put it under that light, you know.
Right.
Um, but yeah, um, I Snazaroo. I also like when it comes to makeup. I'm looking at my makeup counter. um, yeah, but Miron, that's my ish, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, that's really, really cool. Now, what are some things that you find the most rewarding with being like, all around artist in general? Like, what are some things that you've learned throughout the journey?
I've learned that everyone is still learning. Okay.
Right.
Um, I'm always learning. I'm always there's a lesson in everything in any part of this industry. Um,
Mhm.
I I thoroughly enjoy, like I said, making people feel a different level of excitement when I put the nails on, and they're something that a lot of models they don't wear. They're like, yeah, girl, that's exactly
Right.
how I want you to feel when you put them on. You know what I mean? I want
Right,
you to
exactly.
get in that camera, that you're like
Right.
when it comes to the makeup, to the special effects, I really enjoy, especially when somebody has already the idea in their head of what they want to look like, and I
Mhm.
execute it. It's like seeing their inner child come out, and
Right.
it's like they get to play dress up, so that for me
Right.
has always been really, really dope. Even when I do glam makeup, to have somebody be like, oh girl, I can't wear eyeliner, and then I throw it on them, they're like, oh, who's that? Just the feeling, that feeling of something new. I really enjoy giving
Mhm.
that to people. That's really what I enjoy most about just art in general. The feeling. Art is it's a very emotional thing.
Mhm. Yes, absolutely. I definitely want to also talk about that on because like we're getting recognition, especially like, a little bit more in the fashion industry,
Yeah.
especially with celebrities wearing the nails on the red carpet. So I
Oh yeah.
definitely want to, ask your take on like what do you think about fashion nails colliding together and us gradually getting more recognition?
I I love it. I'm here for it. I am so here for it. Again, you see a lot of these editorials, and there's times that, well, maybe I don't know, it can't just be me, but I definitely
Mhm.
will look at a picture and be like, oh, she needed her nails done, or she
Right,
would
right.
have killed
Mhm.
that, it would have killed it if she had, so it's
Yeah.
nice to come in. A lot of the times people aren't thinking about nails, so when you go into
Mhm.
an editorial, things like that, and you come in with those nails and you bring that heat, it's like the
Mhm.
extra pizzazz to it, and it's
Mhm.
nice. I always make it a thing where people are like, oh, nail tech. And I'm like, I'm not a nail tech, I'm a nail artist, you know.
Mhm.
What I do is different. I
Right.
do couture
Mhm.
nails. I do, custom nails where, I'm bringing visions and, people's emotions to life. I'm bringing it to this
Right.
is my canvas. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it's
Mhm.
nice. It's real nice. It's nice to see
Mhm.
your name on the credits, the
Mhm.
artist. It's so,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But I definitely believe also at the same time, I think, some celebrities should tag the nail artist more
Oh,
because we put a lot of time into the nails. Absolutely.
absolutely, absolutely. I think that's very important. I think in general, I mean, when you're working with other
Right.
people, like people put their time into things, you should definitely credit them. If you're
Mhm.
posting their work, or a lot of the times celebrities, they don't like to post it. They don't like to tag people. Honestly, either they forget, or they don't run their social media, somebody else running their social media. So
Right.
you may have had a conversation with this person and said, hey, make sure that you tag me, and they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Right.
the person who's actually posting it had no idea this was the conversation. Or
Mhm.
a lot of the times they just genuinely like your work that much that they don't want to share it. They gatekeep. And it's
Right.
it's it's a compliment, but in the same
Mhm.
sense, it's like, come on, like I'm trying to do my thing too. Like, help
Mhm.
me out. But I mean, you also have to be assertive. You also have to, I've had models who will tag everybody else and won't tag me, or have incorrectly tagged me. And I've
Mhm.
slid in their DMs like, hey, I need you to tag me correct. Can you edit that post? And they're like, oh my God, like, but you
Mhm.
have to be that way because you put your time into it. This is your
Exactly.
work. This is a representation of you. So there's no
Mhm.
shame in saying, hey, tag me. Can you credit me the right way? You know,
Mhm.
there's no shame in it.
Yeah, absolutely right, exactly. Now, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Do you see yourself still involved in nails in 10 years, especially with makeup as well?
Um, yeah, I see myself. I would love to own I would love to turn this into some type of big like production company.
Mhm.
I would love to open a studio where I could have like my office for like my hair, makeup, whatever, and then
Right.
also like be able to have like people come and do photo shoots there, and like I just want to create as much as I can and have an environment where people feel like they can freely create with me, around me, like
Mhm.
it would I want to have products. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, I would love to come out with product lines for the nails, products for makeup. Um, so yeah, I'm open to any and every possibility because I didn't think I would be doing editorials, and here I am. You know,
Mhm.
my name's been in different magazines that I'm like, I joke around like in my house. I'm always like, you know who I am, but especially with my kids. But
Right.
it's incredible. So I think the possibilities are limitless.
Yeah, absolutely. Last but not least, where can people find you on social media, and how can people support you and your work?
Oh, at Claude by LaCreme is my nail page. At LaCreme Faces is my makeup page. If you go to either or, my link is to the other one is on there. Support me. Follow, like, share. Book me. If
Mhm.
you want some custom work, feel free to email me, DM me. Um, yeah, I'm here to make people happy.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for jumping onto the
Thank
show. I
you.
really love your work.
Thank
I
you. Thank
love
you so
the
much.
Sean
Thank
Switzerland nail set, and I like
you.
how Brandon Blackwood highlighted your work in holding the purse.
Yes, that was my favorite one. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
those
yeah,
are
that
those
was really cool.
things.
And also, do you do your own merch at all?
Oh yes, I do. Yes, if you need anything, it says called by La Creme,
Cool.
right? Yeah, my brother, he's the one who does the printing for me. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
really.
that's really, really cool. I enjoyed this conversation. This was very, very fun. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to click the bell for notifications. Also, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Be sure to check out my website, ASIATHABIRD.com, and be on the lookout for more interviews to come very soon. Take care, stay healthy, and stay beautiful. Bye bye.